Hello everyone, welcome to WOW 2 Days Free Training Class. My name is Susan Fawemi and I'm the CEO and Creative Director of WOW Couture and the Head Coach at WOW Fashion School. So we'll be discussing costing for profit. Now the essence of you running your business is to make profit. Nobody is doing charity work. You need to now understand how you will cost to make profit, so that you're not just sewing year in, year out and nothing to show for it. So what we'll be looking at, to know your exact price you should be giving to your customer, you need to know the value of your material cost, your labor cost, your overhead. Now overhead are the total indirect labor, indirect material, just things that you spend money for that is not directly linked to your production. So that's your overhead, and which includes your rent, your utilities, that's electricity, internet, office supply, things you buy in bulk to keep your equipment, maintenance, your indirect labor, indirect material. Your indirect materials are like your packaging nylon, your advertising, if you run sponsored ad and all that. All these costs, you need to impute them to know your exact amount you should be charging your customer. So I'll be talking based on bespoke tailoring. So like you do service, so that's what I'll be talking about. So the formula is total material cost plus total labor cost plus overhead, then plus your profit. Now profit is determined by you, the type of work you do, the desired amount you want to put in what you want to make for per outfit, and it has to do with your, if you're doing luxury, your finishing, your customer know the level of input you do. So if you're charging too high, you'll probably not come back. So you know the value you deliver. So you determine the amount you put on every dress as profit. So once you know all this value, you add it up together, and to get your overhead, because your material costs, you can total your lining, thread, zip, hair stay, paper stay, foam wadding, your boning, whatever you need, all the materials, you can total it out. Then your labor cost, what does it take to finish an outfit? The bidder, tailors, if you have a cutter, I know most people, they are the cutter, they are the tailor, they are the bidder. So but you need to accrue amounts for each, even though you do everything yourself. Find out what is the charge for each and have that total amount written down. Then the beads you're buying, the labor for the beads, all those things, highlight them and know the price. Then your profit, you add it together. All this, okay, for your overhead, total your rent. Let's say like your rent is like let's say 1 million naira yearly. You divide 1 million by 12. Whatever value you get, okay, let's use 1.2 so that we'll just have 100,000 for your rent. So what accrues to 1 month is 100,000. You need to know how many outfits you can produce in a month. If, for example, you produce 5 outfits in a month, your rent is now 20,000 per on one dress. That's how you get your exact overhead. Let me repeat it again. If your rent is 1.2 million naira yearly, you divide it by 12, you get 100,000. Check how many outfits you make in a month. If it's 5 outfits you can completely make in a month, that means 20, you divide that 100,000 by how many outfits that you make in a month. if it's 5, you divide it by 5, so you get 20,000. So on each dress, your rent on it is 20,000. So you do that for every other item, like your electricity. Sometimes you can get the value what you spend in a month, so you don't need to just put that particular amount divided per how many outfits that you make in 1 month. Do that for each item. If you run generator, how much you spend in a month for fuel, you divide it by the outfit. You know how much you accrue to each outfit. So with that, you're able to estimate how much you should charge a customer plus your profit margin. So your profit margin is determined by you. That's why each designer charge differently. You can give a particular style to 10 designers. You'll find that each person will charge differently, and is only based on the profit margin they accrue to themselves. That's what will give the difference. They might use the same thing to make it, but what makes the difference is the overhead and the profit margin. If one is spending 5 million for rent yearly, another is spending 1.5 million rent, you find when you calculate, you don't come up with the same. So profit margin and overhead is what differentiates from each designer. So understand, so that you don't just work year in year out without anything to show for it. So learn how to calculate and make profit.